And it's back. Let's go for Capua.
Historical background. Capua was founded around 600 BC, and the original settlement was established by the Etruscans at the height of their power. Capua's name in the Etruscan language, Capeva, meant city of marshes. A Samnite invasion in the year 424 BC led to Capua being occupied and broken free from its Etruscan ties. Rome had been at war with the Samnites and various other affiliated tribes in central Italy during a period known as the Samnite Wars. Samnites were a very warlike Italic people who lived in south-central Italy. Some cities have been recognized as Roman allies, even being granted citizenship in certain cases. These events demonstrated that Rome was a significant regional power capable of protecting its allies. The independent city of Capua found the possibility of renewed Samnite aggression most troubling. Accordingly, the Roman Senate had extended diplomatic overtures to Capua to make them a Roman ally. In the year 343 BC, Capua accepted the terms, regarding themselves as more closely aligned with the Latins than the Samnites. This was certain to increase tensions in the area, but Rome was confident in her military prowess and that the economic benefits from controlling Capua outweighed the risks. Instructions. Governor, take charge of the local area and develop it into a true regional trade hub and economic powerhouse. Due to our mighty legions, you do not need to worry about city defenses. Even with Samnite aggression being so high, it's unlikely they will invade Capua directly. Instead, your city will support our war effort, and I will often demand shipments of wheat and weapons to be sent to our legions. The land near Capua does not have deposits of suitable stone or marble, so you will need to import these if you want to build larger civic projects. On the bright side, the land around Capua is quite fertile, so you can expect easy cultivation of vines, olives, and other foodstuffs. The only challenge will be in logistics, transporting goods and provisions from the farmlands to your marketplaces in a timely fashion. A wise governor should make good use of the sturdy local oxen to arrange transport via cart depots. Locals are also very fond of looting or games. You will be tasked with carefully managing the entertainment venues in Capua. Even though there are difficulties awaiting you in Capua, I expect a relatively high level of overall prosperity to be achieved. Good luck on your assignment, Governor.
So we have edicts. City of blood sports. For entertainment, you will need to rely on taverns, arenas, and a coliseum. Set objectives might expand these options. Samnite Wars. Cheap iron can be imported to produce weapons, which you will be tasked with sending frequently to support the war effort. Okay. There are some tips around about grand temples and such. We don't need to worry about it. We start with a decent amount of money. The first thing we do, as always, is to drop our salary to something like 20. We want to, so Capua, we can handle it different ways, but normally the first block goes down here because it's the best site for it. But there is something I haven't talked about yet, and that is the first map where we have this is high ground. Houses on high ground receive extra desirability bonus. So do houses adjacent to water, but that's much harder to pull off on large scale. While having houses on the high ground is pretty easy to make, so I will be putting the city on the plateau. But the best way to go about it usually is to build your first block here. As with the Brundisium block, we can make them have desirability with either Mercury Temple for Plaza or Venus Grand Temple with the Genetrix epithet. So it depends what you want to go for. I'll be going for the high ground block. It will cost us a bit to clear the terrain, but that's okay. We start with a decent amount of money anyway. So let's go ahead and clear this. I want to know what we work with, and water can be brought here, but we can also water them from down here. This is a perfect spot for a reservoir. As long as the houses are not too far away from this, it will be fine. But we can also put another reservoir here, or we can use combination, still use that, or we can put a reservoir here. There's also a spot here. So, you know, different ways to manage the water. We probably want to go for 2 blocks on this one. One smaller block and one larger block for this population. Let's start by laying out the block here. So this is once again the 20x6 sort of, but we tailor it to terrain. It's not 20x6 purely because we need to adapt. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's counting the 6 tiles inner space. And then I want House, house, house. Up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we want this. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. This 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So actually like so, which makes it a bit awkward. So we will do it like this, which will be fine. Now this block is a bit large. There is a risk of this breaking. Maybe it is a bit too much, but no, it looks like it will work. Some places are a bit light on coverage, like this is not great, but it still works. It's just not very consistent, but it will still evolve them. So it's okay. Let's put on a housing. That will do. It's gonna be a nice chunky block. We want some 1x1s. I would like Lararium here. So I might put my other 1x1s maybe even here. Because that spot is really important to cover with desirability, as there's gonna be a reservoir. People don't like reservoirs, so let's go ahead and try that instead. I would like a second prefect. There is gonna be a supply hub here. Just put down prefects side by side, it's fine. We want some temples. We want Venus temple, once again. And we want the rest of the temples. This is a perfect place to put them. We can put it elsewhere, but usually, so I don't want to waste my block space with temples. And the other concern is that I don't want to build my temples when we can have industry or other things in there, or farming. So I look at the map and what is the most worthless spot on the map. For this map it's this. So let's put the services or the temples here. There you go. Now with water, I haven't figured it out yet, so we should probably do that. There's gonna be some farming as well, which means I want to be conservative with how we do this. This will cover the whole thing, pretty much. You want an inn for cars. Could have done 1x1s, but not in a hurry, so just build it normally. We have some labor, let's check. A lot of trade. Tarasena's first, olives and vines. We could farm here, but that's so small that I don't want to bother with that. So instead I'm gonna farm here. Olives and vines. Warehouse for obvious reasons. We want some... So the thing is, it's, as the instructions say, the distance to the rest of the city is a bit high. So just having it delivered directly where we sell it is not an option. So we want to use car depots to bring it here. This is going to be a trade center and this is where it's produced. We don't want any traders to come here. That would cause tremendous delays. So we need to be careful about that. Plus, I also want extra services because I need to ensure that this works. So let's go ahead and do that. Split this in middle. And this should cover it consistently. The prefect is a bit brain dead, so I might put down an extra one. Or have it like so. No one comes here ever. And we want to accept vines and olives. Full 16. Fun fact, services coverage will work even if there are 4 types of road, not blue. There must be at minimum 4 tiles. What do you mean? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know what you mean, but maybe try to say it in some better way. Range for walkers is 2 tiles away from a road. For mission post walkers is 4 tiles. But any other walker is 2 tiles away. We want to set up a trade center. Hey, destination walker, welcome. Let's do the raid. Let's get a warehouse. Probably here. Could do here. For now it can just be a road and a warehouse. It does not burn down. Warehouses don't need fire or collapse protection. It's okay. Let's accept some vines and olives. 8 will do for now. Want some depots. We also need to open this road. So let's go ahead and do that. There you go. Now this is gonna cost us a lot of labor, but we should be able to fund it with all the people we are getting. For example, schools, if you look at the preview, you can make road coverage even if a block is larger. So if you miss 4 tiles, it will work because of the 2 tiles of coverage for each side. Yeah, that's what you mean. It does, but it's super unreliable. I would not even recommend it to people. Like, this is not the case of it, but for example, if we place this, right, and then in the preview, these 4 tiles of the road would seem like they are not being covered by the service. Yeah, the school children will go here, which means this tile will still support 2 tiles away. Yes, but then you build another road around it, somewhere not even connected in any way. What's gonna happen is that the service might break because of how the walkers work. Again, the destinations of 8 tiles away, when you build something around them, sometimes they recalculate, and when they recalculate, it could cause you to lose that access. So, if your preview is saying there's a problem, I would not recommend people trying to shoehorn it. Like, sometimes it works, but most of the time, 99% of the time, it's not worth it. Just make it slightly smaller and you will avoid a massive headache. So like, it can work, but that's not a thing to say to people, especially if they're new. Like, no. Why would you bother with that? Unless you absolutely have to. For like custom maps that are ridiculous, sure. I could see a way to, like, there is only one way to build something, fine. But if you have options, which you do, why would you ever do that to yourself? Because you are setting yourself up to have further problems further down the line that are completely unnecessary. Hey Matt, welcome. Back warning. But yeah, obviously it can work like that. Now, some of my blocks relied on it in some of the cities I made, but usually it's not by choice, it's by design, where the map is where you can't really make things many other ways.
Jobs here.
Wheels of change.
I want to be a lion tamer.
Build a staff for car depots for a secret reward, yes. The terrain in this province is proving much rougher than expected. We should invest into construction of ox cart depots in order to swiftly transport goods over long distances, yes. We have 2 at the moment, we will add more, but not yet. Some unemployment already. I could use some more resources. There's also clay and sand, but we kind of want this to be stacked. We've brought some resources already. Let's open Tarasena. Sell them this, sell them that. Don't wait for this to merge, so we avoid the merger being bad. There you go. Now next up, we want a dock and we want to set up some, let's see, yeah, sand and clay for Regium. There is something to talk about in terms of trade. So we know there is multiple trade routes here that buy the same stuff. For example, pottery and bricks made from sand and clay. And there is another one that buys pottery, sand and clay. This is good synergy. While Rome is not good synergy because it buys weapons and wine. I don't want to have the dock handle this while it handles these things. So we can set up 2 docks. One of them is gonna handle olives, oil, wine. And then the other one's gonna do weapons, clay, bricks and sand. And for the bricks and clay one, I will probably make it here on this little island, but we'll have to produce it elsewhere and cart it over or have a bridge. But the bridge sides here are a little bit fucked up. This one will work. Now it can be done in a way that we can even have it facing this way or this way. I think this one will work. So let's have that. Got this timber. We can have a low bridge because we want to prevent ships from going this way anyway. It's faster for them to return. So that's fine. Now the thing here with this is that I want this to be as close as possible. This is still fine. It's 2 tiles away, which is completely okay. And we can also make it have a highway tile. Highways double the speed of any walkers on it. In this case it will be the warehouse or the cars from a dock. Let's do dockers. We want to accept sand, pottery and clay. And bricks. But it's gonna pretty much handle, it's gonna be full on a lot of things. We might have to stop exporting raw stuff later. Because we want to import timber and whatnot, that might be a thing. So right now I want to fit some clay pits here because it's pretty easy to fit. But it might be too far away for efficiency later on. So we'll see how that is. For now this will do. I don't like that bridge. It will cause us to have issues. Also this. So if I build this, yeah, I mean it works. But the bridge is definitely not good. I could move the clay pit. Which in this instance, I think it's good to do that. It's better than having the bridge connection. Because the bridge connection is just cancer. It will cause issues. So let's just do this. We wait for some resources, then we will start exporting that. We already should be getting income from this. Ships will never use exit points. They will exit from the... No, that's not true. They will exit through the exit point if it's closer when they already traded and want to leave. If this is closer, they will go here. If this is closer, then they will go there after they traded. No, they will leave from the exit point. They just need to have it be closer on the entry. That's the logic for it. Let's get some more farms. We do need labor, but that's fine. Should still have plenty. I need to set up wheat and car depot. I don't want to try. I don't have a way to place a dock here, I don't think. There is no dock site around here anyway. I'm convinced I saw them use it. It's just it needs to be closer when they trade it. But you want to put it near the entry point anyway, so that bug, even if it's real, doesn't make any difference. So, I mean, it doesn't make any difference if you know what you're doing, because you don't want that to be far away. But I don't think that's real. I've seen the ships use the exit point, it just needs to be closer. Because you want to put your docks as close to this as possible anyway, if you can. There are some custom maps that will make it like an island map that has entry point for ships here and exit point here, which then it's kind of weird. But most linear maps will not have it be a thing, so we don't need to worry about it at all. We could farm some wheat here, still have a reservoir, but I'm just gonna farm my wheat here. Sheep will leave out of the way when you build something. Just hover your construction, they will try to leave. I also do play with prefects killing harmless animals, but if they leave, that's better. Let's try to put this here. This is a granary site. Let's get our overlay. On. And this one does not even need this offshoot, so it's okay. Let's put on our services. Except no one, we want to handle wheat, and only wheat. We'll add other food later. We are a bit tight on money, but that's fine. Let's let it produce a little bit. Fines phone collapsed. Oh yeah. Poorly placed. That's fine, I can't access it with a road anyway, so let's not bother. Tried some Pepsi horse. What? Farm Tetris, yeah. Could give desirability, but I don't think we need that yet. Set up our supply hub here. By supply hub I mean granary warehouse, you know, the sorts. Allow market ladies, and let's get wheat, 16 units. We want a car depot, put it here. Wheat, yes. Let's wait for this to activate. It needs to be active for the car depot to be able to interact with it. Let's bring it from 4 to 5. There you go. And the car depot should be close to the source or destination. That's the perfect way, because the oxen will spawn. They will go to get whatever they need, and then they bring it, and then they go to despawn, and then they repeat the cycle. So as long as it's near the destination or the source, either one, it will work at peak efficiency. This does not look very reassuring. I'll actually split it this way. There you go. And we probably want a second depot for all the grain. Because it's a bit of a distance and we needed to consistently bring it. Abundant surpluses. Thanks to our efficient use of trained oxen, Capua's logistics teams are now able to quickly transport all the produce from our farms and estates. This means that fresh fruits are no longer sitting in storage for extended periods, leading to the reduction in spoilage. Receive 2 vines, olives, wheat and fruit per month directly into stockpiles if there is space for them. I will not accept the fruit yet, but we are already getting some wheat due to that event, and it's gonna repeat every month. We need some food now for the people, because we need more labor. But it's okay, our economy is good, we sell stuff to the sea, we sell stuff to the land, trade routes. So it's a good setup. Let's get some markets. I'm gonna double check the coverage, it looks good. I want some altars. School and a theater. Oh, we don't have a... yeah. So, we need an arena. It's 500 denarii, which is fine. It's a bit more expensive than the usual, but that's fine. Let's get it, and we need an actors con. We need gladiators, so let's get some glads already. Let's put it here. Will do, and we want some extra lararia here. Let's get a couple of ponds. Get an obelisk. There's a 3x3 spot for a big statue or a pond, so let's get it. And we are out of money, so we should be careful. I think they bought all the goods they can this year. It's October, so they might not arrive anymore. What is this? Yeah, they need more sand. And we should be getting plenty of workers soon. So we feed people. Might give my money to the city. We don't need it. And yeah, still not super consistent coverage. We could add another depot. It's a bit far for them to go. But it's still fine. We can have this. It's close enough to that so that it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go with some paneled walls. Subsidy expires, we can make workshops. We want to make workshops, but depends what we make first. Something could be said about pottery. For, yeah, the exports are pretty easy to do. Let's clear this up. Workshop. Let's get some pottery first, let's get some clay. This is gonna extend the trader's path a little bit, so I'm gonna just go ahead and let them have a path behind it. This is close enough so they can deliver. Workshops can deliver basically double the distance than raw resource buildings, because they produce at half the efficiency, and so the carrier can have more time to deliver before he needs to return. We will put a roadblock right here. Just make it a small little loop. That will do. And this will accept. I think it's already accepting pottery. Yeah, it is. It's gonna be our first major export. Okay, let's go ahead and match the wages. I want to tax these people, but they might get mad. We'll see. Need workers so that our depots work at maximum efficiency. Should happen eventually. These need desirability. It's okay. Send the olives over there, that's fine. It's gonna be a lot of iron because it's 2 tiles away from a road. I don't like the fur pots. It's a bit vanity. But yeah. Gods are unhappy. Need to make some more small temples. I don't like making small temples though. So if we have the money, I'll look into making some oracles or mausolea already. Because I really don't like spamming small temples, but I might even need another one set. From the look of this, we will. Because of how the gods work. We do have some Lararia, but that's not enough. So let's make that. That's horribly inefficient for our money though, so hopefully we can make enough with the exports. I think we can sell weapons to this one. No, it's bricks, right? Bricks. But I don't want to really merge that. Need to keep this open. There's an evil rock in the way, but that's fine. It's gonna be more than enough wheat. I think we need the other food types instead, but that can wait. Making mistakes. There you go. Colosseum. Constructing Grand Colosseum would appease the populace, and you would benefit from land transaction, thus getting additional leverage on trade partners, increasing world trade quota. Yep. We are not in a position to make the Colosseum yet, but eventually we will want to. Or a position that. We'll just roadblock it. I want to provide some pottery to our block. I want to go for a small insula. Because they pay way more taxes. So let's go ahead and get some pottery. Let's get a depot for pottery. Wait. Bring it from 3 to 6. Hopefully we overproduce enough. We should. Exotic animals as well. So if we build a lighthouse, we will unlock lion pits, yes. All in due time. This is full. I'd like to start processing it into wine and oil to sell. We do have the labor for it. This is gonna be the dock for that. Workshop. I'd like to stack them around here for maximum efficiency. Workshop. Oil. Don't need that anymore. Let's bring this over. That'll do. Warehouse fits here nicely. Let's set it up. This thing's for sea trade and it will handle, oh, we have no money. Need to be careful with spending now. Oil and wine. I want to connect it, but don't have the money for it. Let's give it to the city. There you go. Playing way too fast. If you take your time, it's much better. I'm just too quick for my own good. We did have the bailout available, so it's actually fine. So with the industry layout, so the warehouse has a carter, right? And if he's not busy, because he would be busy if I set it to get, he would not be here, he would be off the map collecting this. Now he's here, so we can just let him stack these, so he's gonna deliver the resources to the workshops. You might even want to add a second warehouse to do that if you need to have more workshops. For this should work, but eventually I want to make some weapons with iron, so we might have to have a second warehouse accepting our imports, and that's when the caravan behavior is gonna come into play. I haven't talked about much yet, but essentially the warehouse will, the traders, the caravans will first look into where can they go to buy, to sell you imports, like iron we will be importing, and then they go, oh, where can I go to buy things? So they go to buy things and then they leave. And the faster they leave, the better. And you don't want them to come back and do backtracking. Also, this temple burned down because the prefect is in
I've heard there are jobs here. I want to be a lion tamer.
So to follow Venus and Ceres. Oh, the heat also does not work? Okay. This is horrible. It's gonna cost us, but that's okay. So Venus, Ceres. There we go. Yup. Prefect doing prefect things. Now we still don't have enough entertainment, even with a Colosseum, to evolve these people. We have solutions for that. The solution is a tavern, but the tavern will need me to import meat. So let's take a look. Rome sells me meat and buys wine, which is what we kind of want, but it's 2,000 to open it and I don't have that kind of money at the moment. We could do Brentium to buy me more pottery, which we will do. Although I don't see a surplus, so let's expand our pottery mines. want space for future expansion. This is pretty messy, but it seems like it's working. I don't trust it, so I'm gonna preempt this. But it could have worked even without me preempting it. So that should work. And yeah, that's another trade route for pottery. With this, I don't like large casa, they are the worst housing by far. Well, not the, maybe medium insula is worse, efficiency-wise. But it is pretty bad, the large casa is horrible. Because generally, so let's talk about it, unless it's not obvious. Why? The reason why is that providing your houses with services, like giving them a theater or a school, is cheap and easy, no real expense. But providing them with goods is very expensive, and they only receive +4 population or +8 population, whatever it is, for the evolution step, giving them very small health and sentiment bonus, which is almost negligible, but you don't get any big benefits for doing that. So that's why that evolution step is actually really bad. It's good for prosperity, but like, we don't worry about prosperity because we can get away with a lot of things. So anyway, that's why they're not so good. We're gonna go with pond down here, as well as legionary statue. There you go. Could have done a ginormous one. It's fine. So we need a tavern, which means I need to open a Rome trade route. But we need to wait a little bit until we have the money for it. It's a bit expensive at the moment. Clap is behind engineer needs a road. Thanks. This one, yeah. You're right. So otherwise, I think the ratios should not be a big deal, but 1 clay pit, 9.6 clay per year, 1 workshop, 4.6 pottery per year, 2 workshops per 1 clay pit, but I'm keeping it relatively lenient because I need to sell clay at the moment. What was that? Price rise on pottery or on clay, yeah, right. That's good for us. Sell all the things. We could also build a lighthouse or a coliseum for the entertainment and not build it. Then we wouldn't have to build a tavern. But either works, really. I'll forbid them from trading vine. Need to accept some vine here. We have 2000. It's September though, which isn't great. Let's not allow these traders here. I'll wait for next year to open it. Yo, surplus, I need to really sell these goods. But it needs to wait a little bit. Otherwise, if it wasn't obvious, the docks are, the sea trade routes are much worse than the land trade routes. Not by, it's not even close. The sea trade routes are just awful, for many reasons. Also very prone to fuck-ups. Unless you manage them well, you will not get the throughput out of them. As with caravans, you can do bad things and they can still do a lot for you. With sea trade routes, not even close. If you mismanage it, it's very punishing. Just something to keep in mind. We already sold a lot of our goods, so we can always check. It's November, let's check the quota. So we sold all this already. We sold almost all of that pottery. We could sell some bricks, but yeah, that's fine. We need 2000, so it shouldn't be too hard to get it done. We need, it's January, we need 2000 now. There we go, it's there. Let's open a room. Sell the vine. We are gonna sell weapons as well. I'll set it up. I don't make weapons yet, but we will. After we expand a little bit. So that's gonna sell wine, and then I need... There is another trader, which is Olbia. It's cheap, I should have opened this sooner. I'm not gonna sell them the raw stuff, I don't think, but the wine and oil is fine. So let's do this, and then I want to import meat. Set this to accept weapons and meat. Meat. And then I want to bring meat to this granary, but don't feed it to the block. I could bring it with a car because it's only gonna be used by the tavern, which makes it fine. And I'll use this to set up a farm for vines. We want this to be a... I'm gonna put this in here so I don't forget. Reservoir. Farm for vines. 2 workshops. This is gonna be enough. Basically forever. Accept some wine. We do. And then I want furniture and oil as well. I'll get the oil with a car. And furniture we need to import and process. It's gonna be only after a while. We can import some iron, make some weapons to sell. This one will be... Okay, let's open this already. Because I want to sell all these things. We want a warehouse that's gonna go here. Land traders. Accept iron. Now who sells me timber? It's probably Ragium, yep. Workshop, weapons. We'll need a lot of weapons. This should work, but it's a bit far. We don't want to block the room to roam, of course, but hugging it like this is generally fine. We don't have that much money, so hopefully we make enough. There we go. We've done a couple extra workshops. We need to look into making furniture soon though. There is gonna be wine soon enough. We're taxing these people, we are. Need to give them a library, but not yet. Regium goes here, I believe. We need to stop accepting sand. Accept timber. Let's make some bricks instead. I'll remove the sand pits from this area. Workshop, brickworks. Don't trust it. It's made of lies. And we sell bricks. No longer selling sand, we import some timber. And we want to set up
Everywhere you
processing.
look in this city, there are job vacancies.
And we need a couple more workers, that's fine. Let's get a warehouse over here. Workshop. Furniture workshops. start with this. This will serve us pretty well. Each workshop can supply 20 houses per year. A regular block usually is 20 houses. This one might be slightly more. You can have up to 40 per, like a really peak block will have 40 2x2s. We are not quite there, but this is fine. Let's get a roadblock out here. What we want is this, to not accept any traders. Only get some timber. We'll do some marble stone for this, for the monument building later. And we want a depot, and we want a depot over the timber. You just need to fit a depot somewhere, it can be here. Timber from 3 to 9. Because we need to build some monuments. Well, we don't need to technically, but I like to build some monuments. So we will build some. Once we are sure that we have enough. I'll start accepting some fruit. Out here, 8 units. Also, I don't know if we are importing meat yet. We should definitely do that. Yeah, there you go. And then we want a tavern. The tavern can go here. This is fine. It is not super desirable, so let's just put this in here. Preempt a library already. This should be everything we need. Oh boy, I forgot. The dogs can explode, they can. That's fine. We should make sure that only Rome comes. No, Olbia and Rome comes here. And here, no Rome, no Olbia. There you go. You can also do this. You can also give them orders what to trade with, but it's better to manage trade routes directly. It's okay. Not great, obviously, but wasn't a huge deal. I don't know if we are exporting weapons. We are. It's all good. We need 140 workers. I should build another block. Probably. Because we have the food here, we have the goods. And we will need another block, even if it's a relatively small one. It's not gonna be the greatest block. Definitely not the greatest block. Damn, this place does not look very good. It's alright. I chose this. We could have gone with this or this. But I said we will build it on the high ground, so we will build it on the high ground. And it can be small, we don't need that much more population once this achieves its pop. Couple extra houses, but we need to be pretty careful with this. Can't have too many. Because I need space for services. Should have some 1x1s. We should see the tavern work soon. We should allow tavern workers to interact with this and this. Very important that we do that. There is some meat. Do I have a meat? Do I have a meat depot? No, it's getting meat. Okay. Then it's gonna get it soon enough. Samnite Wars. After Roman suzerainty over Capua was ratified, the Samnite Wars resumed in earnest. The Roman Republic needs supplies of weaponry for the war effort, and Capua must act. From now on, the officers of the Republic will ask for frequent shipments of weapons and wheat to supply legions in the field. Yeah, historical fact. Capua during the Punic Wars equipped and supplied 30,000 infantry and 4,000 cavalry by its own. Ridiculous numbers. if you think about ancient era logistics and economics, it's a lot. It is a lot. Okay, we need more wheat for this request, because this is the war request. We need to also stockpile extra weapons for the request. Let's do that, and then the wheat itself, we probably overproduce, yeah. This will be yet more workers, but that's fine. This shorter. This will accept wheat just for the request, pretty much. Get some more. We'll water these people soon enough. There's already oil waiting here. Don't have that much money, I need to be careful about this. That will do. Give them some markets. This one says it will work, I'll trust it, but it could break in the future. Because it has the road here, which could cause it to lose access. But it's okay, as long as it appears to be working, I'll trust it. At least for the moment. Send a wheat. Could increase our oxen to bring olives and that, but we need labor, so I'll wait before doing that. We also need a temple in this block, I'll do Venus. Prices on iron is fine. To give them an arena. I want to give them a school. Forum. Give them similar area. Ah, I don't have services here. That's right. Also this workshop... Oh wait, it did have road. This might collapse as well before we are able to cover it. We'll see. Would like more workshops, but don't have the labor for it at the moment. Yikes. Now it will be covered though. So it's fine. We have a lot of money. We could import some marble soon. But it's good to not overextend early on because you don't know how much you will need. Get some gardens. We need a tavern for this one. Someone says it will work. Don't particularly test it. Are you getting it, or like what's the deal here? Yeah, it's just struggling. It's struggling real hard. I'm just gonna bring it with a depot because it's just awful. Let's go with meat from warehouse to granary. There you go. I think it's struggling to get it. Just accept. This should help a lot. We should farm some fruit later, Send the weapons. I think we are also losing more favor per year now. Because of the Samnite Wars we will get more requests. That's what we should be doing. We do have a forum already, which is good. Get some trees. This could be a statue actually. Or a pond. And this, we do need a library for the future. Let's go for it. This block still isn't getting what it needs because, yeah, meat, still not enough meat. Need to wait. And then it will get all it needs. I'm gonna be doing some monuments out here in a bit. Still have time. Let's try to connect to that. That's gonna stretch the warehouse capacity a little bit. So I might do this. And just get 8 iron with a cutter, and that's gonna still leave him with some time to deliver and supply workshops. Gods are pissed again, and I did not buy any materials yet. Who sells me stone and marble? Olbia. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Olbia is this, which means we can do that. Marble and stone. We want to set up some logistics for monuments. Let's get a warehouse here. No one comes here except the foreman. We can get marble and stone with a car, that's fine. I will need... yeah, it is fine. Just need to also set up timber. Maybe get everything like this. We can have 2 of them do exactly the same thing. Meaning that it will work. If both of them do the same thing, that should be enough. Set it up. Give it a moment. I need some small temples, at least for the moment. Otherwise the gods will be really angry. Just put this somewhere over here for now. Send the money. This block still isn't getting any. Because the meat is still being inconsistent. We need to wait. I still think it will work. We just need to give it a little bit of time. Now, rock camp, architect, we need to set up some concrete. Concrete production. So with concrete, you can make concrete workshops, work peak efficiency if you give them reservoir access. And then it's 1 sand pit to 1 concrete maker making 14.4 concrete per year. But you can also do it with well. In which case it's half the efficiency, so 1 sand pit can support 2 concrete workshops if it only has a well access instead of a reservoir. This will be fine. Did you disable meat from the market? Yeah. Oh no, I didn't. I think you are right. This is probably why. They don't have any, but they would probably steal it if they have the chance. Thanks. Didn't realize that. Now let's get some... first we do some mausolea. Now once again, they don't need any fire or other risk prevention. Probably gonna pay pretty heavy prices for these materials we are importing, but hopefully we make enough to offset it. This is getting clogged up pretty viciously. This is gonna be a bit far, so why don't we build a highway right there. And this will not accept Regium and Brentium. It's gonna expedite our docks. It's a lot of imports though. It's probably gonna suck. For the other reason. I want to build these, so let's build the Architects Guild. I want to make 2 of these things. And some worker camps. Let's go 2 as well. Only 1,000 denarii left in the coffers. Hopefully we sell something soon. I should stop importing marble and stone. At least for the moment. Just can't afford it. It's December. My quota's fucked. Yeah, finally getting this done. It's January. Small little that. It's fine. Building all the things. Let's get some desirability solutions. I also need fruits. Should I do fruits first before we do much else? Neptune's upset is spaghetti. Yeah, that sucks. But we just built these, so he had a tantrum, now he's gonna calm down. It's fine. He just hates life. It's okay. He hates me for not building him a temple sooner. I do have a lot of small temples, but it's you always need a lot. I wanted to kind of cheese it and wait for, you know, until we had monuments, the bigger ones, so that's my fault. We need a lot of fruit. If we want to supply everyone with a second food type, it's a lot more than you might think. So that's why we go with a lot, and let's go ahead, let's put this down. There is a rock right there. Evil, cheesy Maroc, okay. We can still make use of that though. Go to services. Separate. Get 2 depots. No one ever comes here. Do some fruit. Transport fruit from 15 to 5. We can just copy paste it. That should work really well. And we want to build a grand temple. Not swimming in money, but it should be enough. Import some stone and marble again, and I will probably set up a foundation for a lighthouse as well. Now, lighthouse needs to be just near any body of water. It doesn't need to be the actual sea. If you wanted to make it nice, you could put it like here, or wherever. But it can literally be next to one tile of water in a corner, and it will still work. It will require timber, so we will let him get timber from this. That's the lighthouse keeper. But it needs to be built. That's a lot of stone. Everything's kind of stacked. Potentially make some more goods. Let's get both, or do we set up accepting? Roll accepting. Paste it and just select a different destination. That's the fastest way to set it up. Very minimal micro necessary. Now this is gonna get more goods so we can expand our production. Because we will get more quotas once the lighthouse is built. No, sorry, the lighthouse is for the lion pit. We need to build a coliseum for the trade. I'll build it. But it doesn't need to be next to houses, because it gives +5 global entertainment if it's anywhere on the map. And it will also receive destination walkers, but we don't need to even do that. That's fine. Just build it here. It is a monument, so it shouldn't burn, but I'll still build services for it. Nature jobs anyway, so we will evolve our houses eventually. Now our money is really risky, so hopefully we might go into debt a little bit here. We'll see. It's January. Maybe it's fine. Should be trading plenty. Plague in the city, that's not good. We do have some of this, but still not ideal. And for weapons, want another depot for the fruit. Wants bricks, he can have his bricks. We have plenty of money. So the plague, the health decreases as your city grows in population, the global city declines, the city health declines. So you want to kind of be on top of providing that, and houses with low evolutions will suffer from that more than others. Health services count bathhouse in Augustus. That's why it should be pretty obvious. I didn't talk about it. It's mentioned in the tips, but in the very first mission. But bathhouse, barber, clinic is what you do in Augustus. In Julius, you would not do bathhouses this early, nor would you do barbers. In Augustus, you do. Because if you know what's good for you, otherwise you'll have fumigations early on, and that's devastating. So that's why we avoid it. Should be going pretty fast, all things considered, just lack of goods in general. I could do it with depots, but this works. Some stone, some more bricks. Could get another warehouse doing the same thing as these two. Just no timber. Get wheat. Oh yeah, monuments also give you +5 culture for the city globally. So any monument like a Colosseum or a Grand Temple will give you that. So you don't have to spam. You don't have to spam like 15 schools or something, or you know, theaters, libraries, and the like. Plus in the Reconquered, you can see that we don't have to labor sponge at all. There is enough trade for us to never have to labor sponge. Which is good. Many people like that. I'm one of them. I really don't like labor sponging. It does mean the economy is a little bit easier at times, but it's Augustus, so there is always levy to consider, and this is not even a military here, so... This is a early map, it's the first proper map. That's why it's still a little bit easy. but I mean, it's, of course, it's harder than the original, but the original is not good, so it doesn't say much that it's better than the original. Because it's been made 15,000 years ago by cavemen, so therefore it doesn't really hold up in modern terms, especially to Augustus features. The original campaign is, yeah, if you play that, you know that there are some really bad things in it. In terms of balance as well as design. We have the lighthouse, let's get a trading policy for more exports. Lighthouse completed, we have a lion pit. I will provide it to safeguard our sentiment. Lacking oil here, so I'll set up a depot to get it. No, the other way around. 7 to 6. Venus. Get a genetics upgrade. We already have all ground installed, and we okay, that was pretty fast. We didn't even have the time to complete a Colosseum. That's fine. Let's go ahead and win. We'll be...
Not only have you managed to supply our troops, but thanks to your efforts, Capua now stands as a cornerstone of Roman civilization, there to be of help against any enemy. Tarentum will be a true test of your skills, not just in terms of city development, but also in managing the Roman legions.
Okay, so once again, we will interrupt the stream so I can upload this as a separate